we are doing lesson 2.24, 24. And your learning goal today is to be able to divide decimals by multiples of 10. Okay? It says divide decimal dividends. We know another word for the word dividends is wholes. Good. We're going to divide those decimal wholes. It sounds weird, right? Because a decimal is less than a whole, but that's a different meaning of the word whole, right? We're going to divide decimals by multiples of 10, and then explain how you know where you should put the decimal point in the quotient. Okay? Think back to Module 1 when we learned about decimal division. Should I think of this as 3 2/10 divided by 8, or should I think of it as something else? What would be easier? I could think of this as 32 tenths divided by 8. Why is it easier? Because 32 and 8 are compatible numbers. 32 divided by 8 is 4, and we're working in the tenth, so I know my answer is 4 tenths. If I write that in standard form, 0.4, 4 tenths. So therefore, 3 2/10 divided by 8 is 4 tenths. Okay, great. What about this one? 24 4 tenths divided by 4. Could I think of this as in two parts? Could I think of this as 24 plus 4 tenths? Right? Okay, so if I'm going to divide that by 4, could I use the distributive property and distribute this to the whole number part and to this part? Yeah. So therefore, this is the same as 24 divided by 4 plus 4 tenths divided by 4, right? So what's 24 divided by 4? 6 plus, what's 4 tenths divided by 4? 1 tenth, because if I have 4 tenths and I'm giving 4 people each one of them, I'll have 1 tenth. So therefore, the answer is 6 1/10. Yes, I'm going to ask you to write this down, please. If we have 54 divided by 10, how many tens discs do we need? How many tens do we have? Okay, we have 5 tens discs. Do we have anything else? 4 ones discs. Good. And now we've modeled 54. Now, if I want to divide each of those discs by 10, what's 10 divided by 10? 1. So all these tens discs become what's? 1. So how many ones discs do I have? 5. Okay. And then all the ones discs, if I divide 1 by 10, what do I get? 1 tenth. So how many 1/10 discs do I have? 4. So therefore, 54 divided by 10 is, how many ones do I have? 5. And how many tenths do I have? 4. So the answer is 5 4 tenths. Does that fit what we know? When we divide by 10, don't we know we can just move the decimal one spot to the left? Okay, good. Okay, so here I have 5 ones discs to represent the 5, and then I have 4 tenths discs to represent the 4 tenths. Now if I want to divide that by 10, my ones discs become what? Tenths. So how many tenths do I have now? 3, 4, 5. And then if I have 1/10 divided by 10, that becomes what? 1/100th. So now I have, how many hundredths discs do I have? 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's look at what should our answer be. Do I have any ones in my answer? No. Do I have any tenths? Yes. How many tenths do I have? 5. Okay, so I have 5 tenths. Do I have any hundredths in my answer? Yes. How many? 4. So then for my answer, 5.4, 5 4 tenths divided by 10 is 54 hundredths. Does that fit what we know about moving the decimal 1 point over to the left? Yeah. Okay, good. As we see with these place value discs, it just proves what we already know, which is when we divide by 10, the decimal point moves 1 spot over, 1 place value over to the left. If we have 54 divided by 90, can we split the 90 up into 9 times 10? Right? We know that 90 equals 9 times 10. So this is the same thing really as 54 divided by 10 divided by 9, right? And we know, because of the associative property, we can associate any two numbers together first when we're doing multiplication or division. So we could do 54 divided by 10. Hey, what's 54 divided by 10? We know that when we divide by 10, the decimal point moves one spot to the left. So 54 divided by 10 is 5 4/10. And now our problem is 5 4/10 divided by 9. Can we think of 5 4/10 as something else? We can think of it as 54/10 divided by 9. And we know our math facts. We know that 54 divided by 9 is 6. And what place value are we working in? Tenths. So we know that this answer is 6/10, which is the same as 0.6. We need to always end up in standard form. Now, because remember how I said we could do anything first, right? So could we have done 54 divided by 9 and then divided by 10? Let's do that part first. What's 54 divided by 9? 6. So then we have 6 divided by 10, which is 6/10. Did we get the same answer both ways?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. We will need to rewrite this problem. The dividend, or the whole, 5.4, divided by 10 divided by 9. Okay, it's important to write down. This is the step. In your homework, it'll say to write down the problem using 2 steps. This is the first step. Okay? Okay, we could do 5. Let's do 5.4 divided by 10 first. What's 5 4/10 divided by 10? What is it, guys? 54/100. Good. Because the decimal point moved to the left. Okay, so that's 54/100 divided by 9. What's 54 divided by 9? 6. And then, are we still working with tenths this time? No, we're working with hundredths. So how do I write 6/100 in standard form? 0.06. Therefore, 5 4/10 divided by 90 is equal to 6/100. Okay.